Uh, you do know that the NFL season is over, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still excited the Chiefs won, but is there any real reason why you're just sitting here? Oh, yeah. The XFL starts today, so I get to wear this jersey still. Yes. Good morning and happy Saturday, everybody. It is the beginning of the XFL. Hopefully this time it'll be better. For those of you guys who don't know, the XFL actually did try and start up back in 2001. I believe I was in 5th grade at the time. And there was just so much dysfunction in that sort of thing that, it's taken nearly 20 years to come back. But in a way, we get our football fix on, and that makes me very happy. One thing I should probably mention before I continue on, I didn't really do a good job establishing this last Sunday, but I still am wearing the flannel pajamas. So yes, I'm still coinciding with Flannel February. It's just with the XFL going on, like every Saturday and Sunday, and I am going to be making picks on Saturday and Sunday, it's going to be kind of hard for you to tell that I am wearing flannel, but I am. You can sort of tell I'm wearing the flannel right here, I guess. How that works. But, yes, before I make my picks, I just need you to point out one thing. I had to say it. I absolutely had to say it. Of course, after I make the big announcement in yesterday's video that I don't know what everyone was complaining about, all I see is a bunch of rain. It's going to be a pretty good day. Nope. Literally, I walk out of my apartment, then it turned to freezing rain. Went back inside to grab something, walked back outside, it turned into snow. And it was bad. Really bad. I think we got like 6 inches yesterday. Not good. I mean, it was so bad that part of the highway, which is I-86 where I am, was actually closed off. Not good. And the reason why? Because the tractor trailer was like going sideways or facing sideways. No, it didn't tip over or anything, thank goodness. I mean, by now there's like nobody got hurt or something. But it was still pretty bad. So, yeah. I am never going to jinx that sort of thing ever again. Or at least I shouldn't do it in a way where it feels as if it's on purpose. Because I legitimately thought, like, all we were going to get is rain. Of course, maybe I guess it's sort of a sign. I mean, Rita's is opening up on February 28th. Yes. And, honestly, up until yesterday, the weather this winter's been pretty, I won't say good, but pretty above average, let's say, in terms of what you get for winter. Like, yeah, there's still mornings where it's cold. And yeah, we still do occasionally get snow. But yesterday was hands down the worst we've gotten so far this winter. And hopefully this will be like the last big sort of, grand spectacles worth of snow that we get before spring arrives. I mean, technically we should be well over halfway through winter, I believe. I mean, we had the rest of December. We went through all of January. We are now over 1/4 of the way through February. So, yeah, I guess it sort of works. Although, I say we're 1/4 of the way through February now because we have 29 days in February. So, instead of 7 days making it the quarters of February, it's 7 days and 6 hours. So, as of 6 o'clock this morning, we are now 1/4 of the way through the month of February, which is nice. Yeah, it really was bad yesterday. It did not help at all that like banks were closing, schools were already out. Like, man, you couldn't I mean, from what I hear, there were a lot of kids who had snow days had fun. Sledding and snowball fights, shoveling, if you're into that. Actually, when I was a kid, I didn't really mind shoveling. I liked it okay. Although, let's be honest, I mean, I lived in Big Flats, New York, and literally right across the street from where I lived, my neighbors lived on top of a big sledding hill. And that was like the first hill I ever went sledding on. It was awesome. Now, granted, it would take about 10 years before my family and I discovered Ponderosa Hill. And for those of you guys who don't, if you guys who are watching know what Ponderosa Hill is, you're in the know. But for those of you who don't, Ponderosa Hill is quite possibly the greatest sledding hill ever. At least in this general area. I've yet to find anything that's better. I mean, yeah, there's always ski resorts, but you're not supposed to go sledding in ski resorts. You're supposed to ski on ski resorts. So that it makes it a moot point. Yes, I said it's a really good time to go out Ponderosa Hill. Oh, the best okay, I gotta do a couple of Ponderosa Hill stories. So here's the thing. Ponderosa Hill was awesome, but the hill itself is actually so big that you really get yourself a workout in going up and down those hills every time you go going up the hill. I mean, you simply go sledding to go down the hill. Sometimes you go so fast where it actually does get to be a little scary. There are some people when there's enough snow they make jumps and stuff. Those are always fun. Although the best part is at the bottom of the hill, from the point of view where if you're facing downhill, to your right there's a giant fence. There's not a giant fence, but a fence. No kidding, if you're going tubing down the hill, and if you know for a fact you're gonna be running right into that fence, because believe me, you will go running into that fence if you go tubing down Ponderosa Hill, have a little fun with it. Seriously, one time, I actually timed it so where I would here's the thing, I hit the sort of soft part of the fence, between the posts. It was a metal, diamond thing fence. You know what I mean? So, basically, this is the fence, and this is me. I'm coming in, and I bring my feet out. Yeah, I guess that'll be my feet, I guess. And we bang right in, and then it was awesome. I just sort of kicked it away. Oh, that was the best. Although, you actually had to face the fence though in order for you to do that. I mean, sometimes you didn't. And you either had to bail out or something bad was going to happen. Naturally, I bailed out because I didn't want to know what was going to happen. But yes, Ponderosa Hill was so awesome. And who am I kidding? With all the snow that's still left outside, it wouldn't surprise you if at this very moment there are kids that are on Ponderosa Hill doing stuff like watching Saturday morning cartoons and just going sledding all day. Would not surprise me at all if that's the case. Which, if it is, good for you. I wonder if my parents still have any of our old sleds. I know they still have the tubes, just because sometimes, because my parents actually have an above ground pool. They'll use the tubes relax and stuff. But in terms of sleds, I don't really know. Kind of think of it. Actually, one of my biggest regrets of Trinity Pauling, of all things, was there was a lot. I mean, you saw the videos. For those of you who saw the videos, you know exactly what I'm about to say. There was a lot of great sledding hills at Trinity Pauling. The thing of this, though, and I'm about to explain, you guys saw where I lived in Dunbar Dormitory. Honestly, considering, I just wanted to stay inside where it was warm, and, I didn't really have to walk all that way, I'm dude, it's not worth it. Plus, honestly, in the grand scheme of things, I am kind of glad I didn't sled there, because at the time I was wrestling, and let's be honest, doing stuff like sledding can potentially get yourself hurt. I mean, I don't know of any instance where it could happen, but you never know. So I guess I can sort of take some pride knowing that I made a good choice there. I mean, I do kind of wish I went sledding at least once, but in the grand scheme of things, I never got injured, so I can't really complain. So, speaking of injuries, how about we talk about football, shall we? Let me grab my handy dandy laptop here. There we go. Yes, I had this on hand from the very beginning. Okay, so for those of you guys who don't know, the XFL consists of 8 XFL teams. They are as follows. Hold on, I can find them. Okay, the St. Louis Battlehawks, the Seattle Dragons, the Houston Roughnecks, the DC Defenders, DC is in Washington, DC, the Los Angeles Wildcats, the Dallas Renegades, the New York Guardians, and the Tampa Bay Vipers. And actually, if I could quickly look up one thing, because they're going to be divided into groups of 4, the East and the West. I'm trying to find who's in the East and who's in the West. Okay, so the Western Conference consists of the Dallas Renegades, the Houston Roughnecks, the Los Angeles Wildcats, and the Seattle Dragons. And the Eastern Conference consists of the DC Defenders, the New York Guardians, the St. Louis Battlehawks, and the Tampa Bay Vipers. Okay, so pretty simple to follow right there. Now, as for the schedule, for week 1, we have, actually, hold on a second. From what I gather, it looks like, well, we have a couple division matchups, it appears. Yeah, we do. Sweet. A couple division matchups and a couple out-of-division matchups, which is pretty sweet. So, the first is a non-division rivalry between the Seattle Dragons. Before I make my picks, I just want to point out, this is when I did the AAF last year, I really don't know who's good or who's not. So for this week and maybe next week, I'm just going to go over with what I'm feeling. Again, I don't know who's good and who's not. I mean, I could pick like someone to win, and they do, but then they just completely fall on their faces afterwards. I don't know. But with that said, today's first game at 2 o'clock will be the Seattle Dragons and the DC Defenders. Now, in terms of how I'm feeling, I'm not going to lie, Dragons are awesome. I mean, I'm a Pokemon fan who widely believes that Dragons are overall the best type in the game. So, I'll go for the Seattle Dragons over the DC Defenders. Why not? And at 5 o'clock this evening, we have a divisional matchup, specifically in the West, between the Los Angeles Wildcats and the Houston Roughnecks. Again, I don't really know where I'm going with this. I'm just sort of picking with what I'm feeling. Actually, when my father learned the names of the XFL teams yesterday, he thought, Houston Rough Riders. And then I said, no, Dad, it's Roughnecks. So, you know what? I think in honor of how excited my father was about the concept, I'll go with the Houston Roughnecks. So yes, those are my 2 picks for today. I'll do 2 picks today and 2 picks tomorrow. Simple enough. So yes, I'm picking the Seattle Dragons over the DC Defenders, and I'm picking the Houston Roughnecks over the Los Angeles Wildcats. Again, like a lot of people, I don't know the talent level, the skill of everyone on every team, but it should be interesting to watch, and I'm looking forward to this. So, that goes without saying right there. Let me put this down. There we go. I'd be gentle with that stuff. Delicate equipment. Yes. Outside of that, it's gonna be a pretty cozy day. Just gonna relax, enjoy myself, and that's really about it. I will admit though, yesterday I was a little nervous because remember I said that Friday is one of the last Fridays before Lent, and I was really worried Bernie Murray's wasn't going to be open last night. It was. So I got my wings, I got some meat in, I got my meat fix in for now. I mean, yeah, I could have done more, but you know, it is what it is. The point is I should be doing what I want to do instead of trying to do more than what I need. So I'm good. Like, favorite, share, that, subscribe, and follow me, especially if I'm on YouTube. I have very helpful made this video for all of you guys watching Door today. And hopefully you have a wonderful Saturday. And let me know what you guys think of the XFL so far. Again, this is the first day we're getting games, so I don't really know what to expect. So I'd like to hear your opinions on that. And remember, if you guys want to talk, the channel is going to be here at the end of the year. Always have your back. Take care and make good choices. See ya.